Okay, when you're ready, say amen.
Amen.
So, hello and welcome to everyone who is listening to us in the second episode of the college experience. This crazy episode will be honored to host Magdalena, one of my dearest classmates. We are recording now, and this record has been recorded a couple of times due to many reasons, but I guess this is the final.
Yes, please.
I hope so. I would love to hear from Magdalena first. How are you?
I'm good.
How are you doing?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm glad to host you in your place.
You live with me.
Yeah, I know. I have to do that. I would love to begin first with asking you about the experience you had at Södertörn.
Yeah.
But before Södertörn, you've been in...
Yeah, I studied in Halmstad.
Halmstad.
For only 6 months.
Okay, and how was that?
Bad.
Bad? Okay, how come?
Some of the teachers were a bit racist.
Racist in which way?
I can't...
Systematically, directly?
Yeah, actually they were.
Okay, can you say something about that?
Okay, it's not so funny to hear now because I didn't do anything about it.
No, you'll get your laugh when you hear that.
Yeah, okay. So we did like a B-uppsats, for example, and everyone was presenting their thesis.
Their thesis.
Yeah, and I also did that with some of my friends.
Yeah.
3 people, their mother language was not Swedish. So they had some, when you don't speak a language really good.
I do.
Yeah, but I read their thesis and it was really good. But the teacher laughed in front of all the class.
So
and
laughed
there were 40
on...
people there.
Okay.
And they laughed.
Yeah, on the language.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So that was really bad. And no one said anything, but no one laughed, but didn't say anything.
Yeah.
It was just so embarrassing.
So it turned...
That was a bad experience, yes.
Yeah, it turned to be a livestock about the thesis. Not the thesis, but the language, how the thesis were being spelled.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that never happened in... Yeah, well, it did also happen in Södertörn.
What? Come on.
Some teachers there are also a bit racist.
Uh-huh. Okay, so since I'm more interested in the experience of Södertörn, I would love to hear a little bit about them.
Okay, so most of the teachers are excellent in Södertörn. They are really good and they bring up things that I really wanted to learn about. So especially from the Swedish side of the media communication. Yeah, so I'm so happy with that.
Show me your butt.
What do you mean?
No, but there is a but.
It's not a but there. No, it's not.
No, because you've been saying that you also witnessed a type of racism there.
Yeah, English teacher, so maybe that was a wrong grammatically saying.
Yeah.
But we was just amazed that how can you say that? You know the the names of other people she knew, but for us it was just so that was a bit. And also she said whatever, this shit happens everywhere.
Yeah,
every colleagues.
Exactly, it happens. So I guess we need to overlook that, since she survived a pack of wolves. So let.
But also this podcast is not about racism now. So.
No. So. It's about whatever you like to say, actually, because this is experience, and it's a part of the whole thing we are doing now. The experience, your experience.
Yeah. But, black people always experience racism. Wherever you go, with some point, someone says something that is awful. Yeah.
Okay, so let's keep it there and jump to your social spheres with your social peers.
Okay.
Or no, with your educational peers, whatever it's called.
Okay, of course.
With your folks.
Yeah, of course. But also, I studied late in my years.
Yeah.
Can you say that?
Yeah.
I started studying when I was 28. So
Late bloomer.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I worked.
I know.
But, so most of my peers, can you say peers?
Yeah.
Yeah, were in the early 20s.
Okay.
We had so much fun. And also that we, for example, one Hemtentamen.
Yeah. Hemtentamen, which is what in English? An exam.
Yeah, exam.
Yeah.
That you can do from home. Two of my peers stayed at my place. And we just stayed here and we ate food. We studied. We had the anxiety of, what are we doing? This is hard.
It turned to a pajama party.
Exactly.
Well, that's good.
And also, in parentheses, they also had, it was in the spring, so they were so sneezy. So
Yeah.
it was paper everywhere in my place that I didn't like. But, so yeah, of course I have a good experience with people in my class, because everyone was so friendly.
Okay. So, moving from the people to the faculty.
Okay.
Can we talk about the faculty here?
Yeah, but I told you a bit about, of course, some teachers are a bit harsh, but of course teachers should be, or professors are harsh.
So,
But most of them are enjoy. I enjoy them getting the experience from them.
okay, good. Let's then jump from that experience to the experience whether you are experiencing this media and communication thing, or like media, what it's called, English globalization with practical part. Do you think that they come with a toolbox to help you with your future career? How was it?
Of course, really, really long question, Nour.
I know.
And I like it.
Yeah.
So, yes, of course, some of the courses I don't find really it's gonna nurture my future career. For example, I love to say that I have read Shakespeare.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that that would be included in the program.
Yeah.
I think that the Swedish part of Meg was better because that was really helpful tools.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also...
It was more down to business.
Yeah, and also what I hated was that I thought we read about post-colonial literature, and I love that because I haven't read at all about Jamaican Kincaid or...
Actually, not only the post-colonial, even like, the colonial part, the Victorian part, all of them, Gothic part, all of them were interesting. Come on.
Yeah, but only white writers.
On anthropological, level.
Okay, I can say it like this. Now, after that, some of the courses in English literature, now I know how people describe black people in different eras.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Because I was that interested. Because they didn't really complimented. They said, okay, what is weird about this literature? For example, what was his name?
Heart of Darkness.
Exactly. But why don't we have to respond to that? And also, globalization is not only about how people being treated bad in the history. We have to also see what was good. We have to have more people or authors that also enhance.
But the thing is, like, do you think
understand what I mean?
I do actually. It's actually something I thought about as well. Like, we are taking the life from the perspective of the,
also from the white side. We don't have to have it all the time.
Well, actually, I wasn't gonna say the white side. I was gonna say like the Marxist side. We never took it from the capitalistic side. Actually, whenever we take it from the capitalistic, is to to find the critique, to find them, to examine them from a type of lens,
if you say so.
Whatever this lens is, from a feminine lens, from a Marxist lens, whatever. But we have never read it just to examine it from a neutral point.
Okay. If you say so, but you like your Marxism, I guess.
Marxism? To me? Come on, I'm a liberal. More liberal
That's
than
even worse.
Marxist. Okay, so if we talked about future career, yeah, you are a student who is so into news, into the landscape of media, into the sociology comes around media, into the study of the human being. So how or where do you find yourself working, with what capacity and in which direction?
If I get the chance, I don't. For example, this is when I searched for Praktikplats, it was only about. I don't want to work on clickbaits, or I want to do research. I want to get deep in news, and I want to understand things.
Yeah.
Because that's why I think news is so important, because so many things now is you can read the news and you can see the underline. This takes 2 minutes. What? You can't understand conflicts in 2 minutes.
No, you cannot.
And people today, even me, we are impatient.
We are.
Because we have the desire of just see something that we like, and then we like it.
Yeah, of course.
Actually like it.
Of course.
With a click.
But whether you liked it or not, you have to go with what is going on right now.
No.
Trendy, this is how it goes.
But
whether liked it or not.
One of the people I've interviewed, actually,
Yeah.
she didn't want to work with TV4.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because she was like, this is not what I signed up for. I don't want to have, because that is also capitalism. You want a clickbait.
Yeah.
You want people to read as much, but with so little.
Yeah.
I hate that.
But why is it capitalism? Is it because it's more about consumption?
Yeah.
Give me a summary,
Yes.
Yeah. Like work for me here.
No, yeah, exactly. No. That it's not about work now. It's about how people everywhere consume news, and it's dangerous because that's how we get.
Nobody analyzes anymore.
Exactly.
Everyone wants your cherry.
Exactly. Exactly, and also in a time where it's not only war physically, but information war is the hardest today. I think that's why I want to, and the teachers that I have now are really forward with that.
How can you combine the both? The statsvetenskap, which is the political science,
Yes.
and the media and communication science. How can you come up with one epistemological, politically science?
Oh my God, what is that question?
No idea.
Well, I don't know, Nour, but I know what I want to do, and I would really like to have the opportunity to work with people who are really experienced with how to produce information in a good way, in a healthy way.
Now, since we went through all that, I can ask you about your wishes about a joint project with a friend, or a project in your mind, for you to think about and to execute in the future.
Well, if someone wants to have me in a project, I would say yes.
Okay, how can you help people with them project then?
But I don't know.
What do you want to do? Writing a script?
I think I would be a good producer.
Producer.
I could be a copywriter also. Because I have a lot of ideas.
Making slogans.
No, not slogans. I'm not in the PR.
Mr. Pierogi.
No.
15 minutes later.
So we are back from the cigarette break. Okay. So this sensitive segment, because we're gonna talk about a melancholic topic or theme. The theme is melancholia, but the topic is your thesis, your graduating thesis.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Which is about deepfake and the effect of deepfake. Yeah. So I would like to quote from your essay that is still under process, like you're still working on it, you haven't finished it yet, from the semiotic method, just like the method we talked about in the previous episode with Hanan, which takes in consideration the image, what is the conveyed meaning behind the image itself. In this case, the image and the video, and maybe the voice with the deepfake.
Also, yes.
Okay.
First, maybe we should what deepfake fake is. It's fake news, but in pictures. That you can see maybe a picture or a video of someone saying something that is not happened.
Okay. Well, that was a good demonstration for what is fake is. Okay, so I would love to start this segment with a small introduction you started your essay with about Rana Ayud, the girl from India who discovered that her face was put on a porno film and spread around social media. This put her in a type of distress and she was hospitalized. So right now we are talking about a physical effect caused by misinformation.
First is two different stories, especially for my essay. Women that was either like Ayud, she is a journalist, but even famous people like famous singers, whatever, women was targeted to this type of deepfakes.
Yeah, I heard Gadot, Gadot, her name,
exactly.
The actress, and Taylor Swift, they were also
targeted,
being pornified.
Pornified is the word.
Well, let's put it into the dictionary.
Exactly.
The Oxford one.
Okay.
Yeah. So the thing is that when we talk about deepfake, we cannot miss the cooperation between deepfake and social media, since it functions there. The lab, base is on social media, I guess.
Well, of course. Deepfakes or misinformation will always, that of course it's gonna spread there.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy access. Everything, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram is for free. So of course you're gonna have it. Everyone has it, and information will also be spread there. Because also information is not only bad. Because of course it's gonna be also a good platform.
I agree with you. I agree. There is the bad and the worst. But the thing is, if we take it on a scale, which beats the other? Which overwins the other?
I don't know.
Exactly. Because right now on social media, since wherever you hit your news feed, there's lots of things happening on newsfeed.
Yeah, of course.
And the algorithms are going through. But do algorithms scan everything?
Or
what?
A better question is that how much are we listening to what is coming to our feeds? Because also, as we talked about on our cigarette break, there are not only... Technology is not bad, but it can be used in a bad way, for example. It's not neutral. But if I can talk about my essay, for example, deepfakes are not only bad, because you can recreate things, voices or people for entertainment. So it's not only bad,
but also
and
to do some harmful stuff, like the one with Rana Ayud.
Yeah, of course. And that's
You know the damage it would cause her there.
I do.
In India.
I do. Especially if you are in a country that women don't have the same rights as men, for example. So, yes.
The spread of images, videos, even texts on social media right now, at least if it doesn't encumber your way of looking and examining things you're seeing on social media, at least it hinders you, or like it slows you down from detecting what is fake and what is real.
Yeah, and also, when do we care? Because if it's about, as we talked about before, I don't think that we will care if it fits our beliefs. So why?
Yeah, and this is what actually, Suzanne Sontag talked about the images, She's an American philosopher who talked about how photograph can contribute different types of characters.
Yeah.
But does it help the viewer to get involved what those characters mean? That is the big question.
That's a good question. I don't have her so deeply in my essay as I probably should have. But she also said what you said. Of course, pictures are not necessarily reality. So, but that is not something new. And if she would be more into how we perceive photographs, for example, today. Every day we see photographs.
Yeah.
And we mixed with them. We have a lot of tools to... Yeah, of course it's reality, but is it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Or is it a mere simulation for
it's not a simulation.
Things we saw thousands of times?
We haven't gone through that.
No, I'm not gonna say that our purpose is to be batteries in the end. No. But, Mr. Anderson, hold your horses.
Don't be a matrix.
No. But actually, speaking of the which, we're talking about simulation and reality.
Yeah.
So why not talking about the hyper reality?
Of course.
Yeah, come on. Haven't we?
Deepfakes is a bit of hyper reality.
Hyper-reality.
Also, of course.
And who is the master of hyper reality? Who talked about it a lot? Jean Baudrillard. Yes, Jean Baudrillard.
I hate that. I can't pronounce his.
You cannot hate him since you.
No, I don't hate him.
Since you chosen semiotics, you need to love him.
I don't hate him. I hate that I can't pronounce his last name.
Yeah, well, he's a French. What are you gonna do about it?
Shut up.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the hyper reality and how is hyper reality help somehow deep fake to spread even more and gets the legitimacy to be as part of reality.
Well, no, that is also a hard question to say, but what I want to say is that deepfakes can enhance in politics, for example. Politics is everything. Whatever you do is politics. Whether you go and buy milk, or you're gonna go to Ahrne, whatever. Everything is
right now. For example, even if it's a bit out of the whole thing we're talking about, maybe it's also have something to do with. But right now, the milk is a bit more expensive because of the situation between Russia and Ukraine and the European
but that's
thing,
war.
the whole thing
that is
right now.
Because of the war, Prime Minister.
Yeah. So, and he got caught into the hyper reality actually by deepfake. Can we just explain what is a hyper reality at least?
We are all in the era of internet.
Yeah.
So we are abused Not abused. We are.
Is it you or your consciousness is abused?
Everything, I guess.
I guess, like with the hyper reality, your consciousness cannot tell which fake from real. So here,
and what is real for you?
No idea.
Exactly,
I have no idea what is real.
I'm not talking about Matrix now. I'm talking about the news itself.
Yeah,
because
baby.
the Russian people, they don't get for example, the news that the rest of the world gets.
This would put them in the cave of who?
Plato.
Plato, exactly. That is the thing. Like, and you talked also about that in your essay, the cave of Plato, the theory of the cave of
And
Plato.
also,
how you can put people into a cave and make them see the light to make them believe that this is the sun. Well, it's not.
Yeah, and that is social media.
Yeah,
for me.
bubbles.
Exactly.
Filter bubbles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're smart now.
Echo chambers. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a perspective of reality.
I should laugh about this horror because this is the horror.
It is indeed, actually.
But the ending of that allegory was that when the person got out and saw the sun, it was opening.
Yeah.
So
how would you feel if you see the sun while you were believing that a lamp is the sun? How would you ever believe in anything again?
Good question. But also, the allegory is also an allegory. We have to take it for what it is. But also, Lippmann, if I am correct, the war is in text now. For example,
What do you mean?
Look in Russia.
Yeah.
How there are so many people that are demonstrating. They know that the war in Ukraine is wrong.
Yeah, but what is happening to them? Those who are
but they
demonstrating.
don't. Some people. But we talk about this, Nour.
We are talking about also the fear from the overforce, maybe.
Yeah, of course, and also the lack of information. If you don't have.
Baby, I guess right now, lots of people in Russia are having the right information, but the thing is, if you're gonna take, if you're gonna take a position, if you're gonna take stance, if you're gonna take a stand for that, what can you take in the consequences? That is the question.
Exactly, but also, because there are, what I have seen, some people are really pro-Putin.
Of course there is.
Yes, of course.
Because he is representing a type of the neo-Russian revolution or neo-Russian, rises of the Russian Empire. He is coming with the same breath of Stalin and Hitler and so.
Yeah, but they don't see it. Some people don't see it this way.
Because the Nazis, they didn't see that part of them.
Exactly.
They saw the charisma.
But do you know that before the war ended, they tried to kill Hitler also.
Why? Because they were shoe-cornered, and if Putin was also shoe-cornered,
he is now also.
This is gonna happen to him.
Yeah. Exactly.
So until then, people they're gonna be in his side and they gonna back his back.
Yeah. But also, if you don't know anything else, what the government says.
Yeah.
Of course, you're gonna be brainwashed.
Let's not jump from the thing we're talking about.
Okay, so
it's about deepfake now.
Yeah. Okay, so
deepfake, the technology that is functioned by artificial intelligence doing the rendering and so for this technology to give us images that are so real you cannot distinguish them from the real images of normal people, if we say so.
And also, so if we can also connect deepfakes to post-truth.
Post-truth.
Yeah.
Now there is a truth that it has perceived another one.
No more that we don't really know what is true.
Yeah. Simulation, simulacra, that things accumulated over things that you cannot even touch the base anymore.
More or less, yes.
Yeah. In a way, we are talking about propaganda and polarization.
Yes.
because this is how they work.
Yes.
Yeah. So there was that Jowett and O'Donnell who talked about their book was Propaganda, as I remember.
Who?
O'Donnell and
Yes, exactly, exactly, yes.
And they talked about the effect that the internet is leaving right now. The internet, how is the internet becoming increasingly important, and this type of importance for people giving the thing that there is information and misinformation.
Of course.
And it's up to you to choose.
Yeah.
Which is which.
No, and also about the government. We have to have independent sources that can give us information.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is that you talked in your essay about the, cognitive dissonance and cognitive bias.
Yes.
Those this charismatic leader are having, they are seeing some type of information and they are neglecting the rest. And of course, the algorithms of social media are helping them whenever they just isolate them in a type of filter bubble for their type of information that they like to hear more. Yeah. And this would lead eventually to the type of polarization that you take let's say a camp, someone else take another camp, polls.
Yes.
And this would lead to nobody having the information,
exactly.
The good one at least.
But democracies, as in my mind at least, as in Sweden, for example, we have different nyheter. We have so much that we can. It's diversity, of course, and how can I say? It depends on which country you live in, actually.
Actually, maybe the more dictator country, the more you are aligned under one camp.
Of course.
One color.
As, for example, countries that, of course, everyone knows this, where the media is controlled by the government.
Yeah.
You can't get a reasonable amount of information.
Nobody is racing to win you in their propaganda. There is one propaganda and sovereigning the whole empire of that dictator.
Yeah, exactly. And you can't really blame the people there because they don't know better.
No, they don't. Yeah.
You just have to be thankful for being in Sweden.
Oh my God. Now,
yes,
should I be
Sweden.
Thankful? Sorry, I earned it.
No.
I earned it, come on.
What do you mean?
I earned it. I'm a good citizen. So, let's jump to something I was so interested in when I read in your essay, your interviews with respondents who you chose to interview.
Yeah.
One of your respondents talked in a positive way about the technology of deepfake.
Of course.
Because she wasn't pessimistic about the effects of deepfake.
It was more about you can use deepfakes to detect trolls.
Yeah.
And
deepfake or artificial intelligence?
It's the same.
It's not the same. Deepfake is a specific type of, a concept.
Yes, of course. It can be used in... Okay, for me, no, I don't think that it could be used in a good way. But as for example, go into accounts like Flashback, for example.
Yeah.
And you can see that you can use a fake picture.
Yeah.
And detect, maybe, I don't know, pedophiles or whatever.
So, because what I thought is like she meant that you can use artificial intelligence to counter attack those artificial intelligence are spreading deepfake.
No. I didn't mean that. I said that she said that artificial intelligence is the counter. We have to use the same that type of technology to defect the other one.
So let's leave machines fight each other while we were watching. Hasta la vista.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving to your interview with a journalist who was also having his share. What is his type of jobs he's having?
Well, he has a lot of job.
But with the deep fake thing.
Well, he's not that word. He says it's a thing, of course. Deepfakes could be really harmful. But also, he responded in a way that journalists do, because they know how to be more cautious. So I think that his response was a bit weird.
More cautious. How can the thing is, how can you be more cautious, but at the same time you need to raise the time to publish an article before anyone else do that? Isn't this a dilemma thing for a journalist to be in right now? Like, first, he needs to make sure that his information are accurate. Second, he needs to be at least there in the beginning of the thing when its thing happen. This is also creates type of imbalance between what is your profession requires and what is the now time requires.
Okay, so I have an answer here actually, because what journalists think is that, if I can quote here, not everything is journalistic. You're not gonna have the information that you think that you would have with traditional media, for example. Now it's transforming through Twitter, through Facebook or Instagram.
So the den of deepfake.
Yeah.
So?
Yeah.
So what you gonna do since you are a journalist, huh? What's poppin'?
Well, I'm not a journalist.
No, I meant like as a journalist, what can that journalist do?
Yeah, but also...
Gonna go deep and trying to examine the things, the material he put his hands on or she puts her hands on. And the thing is that sometimes you will be right, sometimes
we're wrong.
Well, you will get out perfected by artificial intelligence, and this would happen. And with time, artificial intelligence are learning.
But also, one of the respondents said that it's up to everyone to have the amount of information we take in every day, even if it's just for a second. Check it. Like, is it this something that is only here, or is it the same in other countries?
Yeah. Do your share, pay your dues.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. I respect that.
Yeah.
I would like to hear something from you. No, not break. We're gonna have the finale now because we're closing in.
Okay.
Yeah. I would love to hear something from you. Talk about whatever. Go. Talk your talk.
Okay, so Nour, I'm so grateful for being in this podcast.
Mi casa es su casa, literally.
I know. Well, I think that we didn't talk that much about deepfakes. And I don't know that much about deepfakes.
Well, we'll leave the big talk until, to the moment you're finished. Yes.
Okay, so this was a preview and...
Scoop.
Yeah. And scoop, but...
So thanks a lot for everyone who is still listening to us till the final moment. Congratulations, you have passed the college experience. Thank you.
Thank you.